Oh, G Funky Boxing is back. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. This is another episode of Boxing First. As always, that's what we do here on this channel. We put boxing first, not fighters, not promotional companies, none of that bullshit. All right? This is what we do here.
Y'all be.
And I'm being joined by my
co-host. Purchase this pay-per-view, B.
My co-host of the night, Mr. Joseph Heron from Warweek Boxing.
Woo!
How's it going, man? How you doing tonight?
Well, we got a lot to talk about, brother. And look, man, when you talk about ominous warnings, I don't know if this is an ominous one. This might actually prove to be very good for the health of boxing in America. I don't see how, though. And I'm referring to Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Ooh,
what are the chances of this exhibition sizzling on the big stage?
You know, I would like to say not a whole lot, but I'm already seeing a lot of people and people that I don't normally.
That's not what I talked about. That's not what I asked you, but go on.
No, go ahead. Rephrase. Say the question again, then. Maybe I misunderstood.
Not being a much rampantly watched spectacle. I already know that that's a given. This is going to prove to be the biggest fight card and the biggest event on the boxing calendar of the entire year. I already know that. That's a given.
Yep.
But what are the chances of this delivering a good product that's going to make people want to watch more boxing?
That's not, those chances aren't very high. And I want to say what's up to my guy here, Demetrio, in the chat. Thanks for being here, man. It's been a while it's been a while since I've seen you here, man. But thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, you did it. I'm gonna grab my guitar. It's been a while since I saw my penis. I need to lose more weight. It's been a
while. That's great. Give my hand for that, guys. All right. So, anywho, yeah, I don't think this delivers, man. And look, it's going to be on Netflix, which is something new, right? There's some people that are excited about that. Look, I'm going to say this, and Joe, I'm going to pass it off to you. Give your opinion on this, and I want you guys' opinion in the chat as well. Netflix getting involved with boxing. Look, I don't think this is going to be a regular thing, guys. I think events like this are what they're looking for, okay? Boxing fans, as of late, last couple of years, we know that the support hasn't been there. They're not subscribing to networks, platforms, apps, whatever you want to call it, to watch boxing. We're talking anywhere within the 200 to 300,000 viewership. That's not very good. Netflix is not looking for stuff like that. They want a lot of people to tune in for these events, which is why you get a social media superstar, I should say, and Jake Paul, and a boxing superstar like Iron Mike Tyson. When you put them together, yeah, it's going to be a big event. I don't think this is going to be a real fight. I think this is going to be an exhibition. There's no way a commission will sanction this bout to be a real fight. Mike Tyson's almost 60 years old, Joe. What are we doing here, man?
Well,
Seriously.
look.
Go ahead.
If this is a big time moneymaker and a real success for Netflix, which all market indicators show that it will be, and why? Because it's two mainstream figures squaring off. Yep. Guys, get ready for Celebrity Deathmatch again on Netflix. Look, I honestly, for my money, I wouldn't mind seeing Jasmine Crockett fight Kamala Harris or AOC. That would be great. I'd throw good money for that. But guys, we warned you. If numbers didn't pick up, guess what's going to be happening? So now, guys, we're getting AJ versus Francis Ngannou tomorrow. It was just announced Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. What else do we have? What other fluff events do we have on the boxing calendar? Can you call Devin Haney versus Psycho Garcia?
that's
A
pushing
fluff
it.
event?
It's borderline right now, the way it's looking. And then we just seen a face-off between Conor Ben and Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. Guys,
Unbelievable, guys.
that's what I'm
Unbelievable.
saying. You may not like it, but guess who's to blame for that? G?
Yep. You guys that didn't want to support platforms, man. You know, so no, look, there's some of you like my brother right here, Bruce Gass, who, you know, again, he's saying, hey, look, too many pay-per-views, I can't afford it, right? Completely understandable. And a lot of people out there are the same, you know, they don't want to pitch out $80 every other month or sometimes every month for some of these pay-per-views from some of these different promoters. So, but look, guys, the bottom line is this: viewership is down, pay-per-view buys are down.
Yep.
These guys got to find a way to make money, and this is what they're doing, man.
Yep. That's
This
it.
is what
So
they're
you may
doing.
not like it. And look, and to Bruce's argument, yes, we are getting Bivol versus Beterbiev. Despite all of the idiots who claim, yeah, we never get the fights that we want. Like Paulie just stated that on ProBox.
Oh man,
I know we're
Jeez.
never getting the fight that we don't get the fights that we want. Look, just because Canelo's not fighting who you want next, that doesn't mean we don't get the fights that we want. Okay?
Exactly.
So once again, Bivol Beterbiev, yes, we're getting. Fury versus Usyk, yes, we're getting. But guys expect this bullshit to be thrown in the calendar.
You
And
know what?
why? Because these are only events that make money for
And
these networks.
You know what else is bullshit, Joe? The fact that we got 25 people watching live, only got 5 likes. Man, let's get those likes up, all right? Hit the damn like button, all right? That's bullshit.
Bruce, my
Okay?
condolences, my friend. I think,
man. Yeah.
I think he says I buy them all now. My mother-in-law died and left me a bundle.
Ooh.
What do you say after that? Congratulations, my condolences. What do you say?
No, that's condolences.
Okay.
Over
Okay.
everything.
Well,
yeah, man. Sorry to hear that, Bruce.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Bruce. God bless you, brother. But you know what? Every time you think of you purchase a boxing event, you say thank you and say we miss you, and that's I guess the best way to handle that. Then.
Yeah, man. And look, this is again like we talked about this in the build up to Fury and Ngannou when we told you guys, look, this is the start of something that is going to be happening unless you guys start to support the sport, you know. And we're not talking to the people that again that are saying, hey, look, I can't afford to dish out $80 a month or every other month for a pay-per-view. Completely understandable. It's the fans that come on here, bitch and moan, not just here, but other social media platforms, bitch and complain about, oh, we never get the fights that we want, man. This is bullshit. But when we do get them, right? Do you buy them? Yep. No, you don't buy them, right? For years, there's talk about Haney versus Loma, how Loma ducked him, and there's back and forth. Well, the fight actually happens. Do you guys buy it? Fuck no, you don't buy it.
Nope.
Right?
Yep, but everyone saw it, though.
Yep. Benavidez Plant, for years, they built that fight up. Did anybody buy it? No, they didn't. I mean, we got pretty good numbers, better numbers than expected with Spence Crawford. So, hey, we got to give them credit for that, you know? But again, the fights that have these kind of matchups, look at Tank versus Ryan, right? That was not a hardcore, diehard pay-per-view. That was for casuals and a whole nother demographic of fans. And they showed up. 1.2 million, you know?
Yep.
So
and look, guys, the most important thing you can do for your beloved boxing is not purchase all the pay-per-views. Yes, purchase them when you can. But most importantly, subscribe. Subscribe to ESPN Plus. Subscribe to DAZN. Subscribe to Netflix if they're going to be, if you want that to be a regular occurrence. But my chances are most people already do subscribe to Netflix, don't they?
Most people do. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, let's just hope that it has the spillover effect. I doubt it though. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know how to feel about this event. G, I really don't. Do I think it can be good for boxing? Absolutely. But do I think it's going to deliver a product where it makes people want to watch the real fighters?
No.
I don't think so. This is going to be a snoozer. This is going like Mike Tyson. Like when you think about it, I can see Jake Paul weathering the storm for the first 10 seconds. And then as soon as Tyson has tired because of that, let's just face it, guys, that's not magic smoke he's inhaling. Right? It's going to have an effect on his cardio. It already has. And he's going to get pasted up with a mere jab for the rest of the round.
Yeah, this is this has got dud written all over it, man.
Yeah, look,
especially if it's an exhibition.
Look, Bruce says it depends on the undercard. Look, don't expect an awesome undercard because both men, especially Mike Tyson, they're getting all the money.
They're getting a lot of the money.
They're getting all the money. And look, MVP Promotions, how many great fighters does he have?
None, other than Amanda Serrano. That's it.
Okay. Well, she's long in the tooth anyway, and she obviously proved it. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. So guys, don't expect a great undercard. Okay.
No, they're not going to stack a card like this. And look, if it's an exhibition, that means that there isn't going to be a winner or a loser. So neither guy is going to give 100%. And if they do, and I don't expect them to make this a real fight, because I mean you're going to risk Mike Tyson's health. But I mean, look, he obviously knows what he's doing. He's been fighting ever since he was a young man. You know.
So can he defend himself?
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
No. He can defend himself.
Yeah.
But look, is he going to have the stamina or the endurance or the energy to fight for all 3 minutes or all 2 minutes of every round? No, he's not going to.
Yeah. And
this is going to be a shit show, guys.
Yep. We got a novice in there who can't fight. And then you got a guy who's 57 years old in Mike Tyson. Not going to be a good exhibition of skills, that's for sure, man. Unfortunately. Hands of Stone, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us.
What's up, brother?
Bruce dropping some odds here. Paul is coming in at a minus 350. And look, I'll just say this, man. From a skills point of view, right? We know Tyson is the more skilled guy. I think if he wanted to, he could probably catch Jake Paul with something really good. And possibly get him out of there. I just don't see that happening. They're gonna make this thing an exhibition, man. Yep. There's no way there's no way a commission will sanction a bout with a 30-year age gap, guys. Jake Paul's 27. Mike Tyson is 57 years old. There's no fucking way. Even if they tried, the commission's gonna tell him this.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Now look, guys, Greg Alvarez is a very dear friend of mine. If you want, I can invite him on the show, so we can have a chat with him about this event and what went into sanctioning this bout.
Sure.
Greg Alvarez is the man in charge in Texas. So, he's a dear friend of mine, and I've known him for decades. So, yeah, I'll invite him on the show. So you can talk about it. Plan. Yeah. So, stay tuned for that, guys. But, unfortunately, guys, in the immortal words of Ric Flair, you may not like it, but I better learn to love it, boys. That's it, guys. Get used to it. It's not going anywhere. This is out of necessity. If you love your boxing and you love TV dates and not having to pay for every single event, you're going to have to suck it up and you're going to have to learn to love this. This is going to be an essential part of the business in the American market. That's all I can say.
Indeed, man. There's nothing more I could add to that. So let's just go on to the next topic before we get into the big story, which is Canelo versus Munguia is at the goal line. Okay, but first we want to talk about Mr. Ryan Garcia. All right, has this guy gone batshit or what? What is going on with this kid? He has earlier this week he has, tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet going on about these conspiracy theories in the world, talking about he's got a picture of an alien, talking about Bohemian Grove, which is a big thing for a lot of the conspiracy theorists out there, things that I don't even like to talk about on this channel. But yeah, he's
I mean, you don't want to talk about the fact that he was P. Diddy'd, R. Kelly'd, and Bill Cosby'd all in one fell swoop.
Right. He mentioned all that happened to him. Um, and then he comes out yesterday and says, "Look, guys, I'm fine." He makes a video talking about how he's going to start training camp now and everything is serious from here on out. No more posting about all this other stuff, just strictly boxing. Um, man, this is so weird, man. This is the weirdest promotion I think I've ever seen since I've been watching boxing. Joe, you've been watching boxing longer than myself, Bruce Gatz as well. Maybe you guys have seen something a little more bizarre than this, but I haven't, man. Give me your thoughts, Joe.
No, we haven't. Dude, that's very simple. Look, guys, maybe I'm wrong about this. Giving everyone as part of this promotion the benefit of the doubt. I hope that this is all by design. I hope that this is all by design. But in my opinion, yeah, I would say now Bruce may have the beats. It's a withdrawal from high potency THC. Or if I didn't know any better, he sounds like, or he seems like one of those guys outside of the Twitter building talking to themselves as a result of, well, too much crystal meth. Either way, it's not a good look for boxing. But look, with giving him all the benefit of the doubt, this is, you know, that old saying, and I agree with this to a certain extent in PR. Maybe not in this era of cancel culture, but when I was doing PR for fighters, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, this is going to result like in much bigger pay-per-view sales. Also, the leaking of the sparring video. You think Devin Haney and Bill Haney are really upset with Floyd? Bullshit. They're sending him a fruit basket for making Devin look vulnerable before a fight in which no one's given him a chance to lose.
Yep. Very true, man.
So with that said, with that peculiar leak, with all these tweets, my money is on this being a concerted and contrived effort.
Yep. I mean, it's weird. And look, I'm going to say this, guys. I'm not a fan of certain things that Ryan Garcia has said over the last couple of days, especially about things that he said he was forced to witness in the woods. Disgusting, unforgivable acts against young children. Look, guys, that's nothing to joke about. Okay. And I think that's a very classless and tasteless way to promote a fight, man. I'm just putting it out there, guys. And look, I try to keep this channel to boxing most of the time. Now, every now and then I do some one-off things, right? Like maybe some pro wrestling, some NBA, something like that, you know? But this type of shit, man, I don't care to speak about here on my channel. And like I said, it's a very peculiar way to promote a fight. I'm just not a fan of it. It's really kind of taking the buzz out of the fight for me. And I know a lot of fans out there feel the same way, man.
Well, G Funky, though, good. Keep this in mind. You're not their target market.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yep.
Okay, let's just face fact, guys. You look at, and this is why we're going into this topic right after we just started talking about the Paul Tyson debacle. Okay. We are not the target market any longer, guys. Let's just face it. Okay, there's a fight card going on right now on ESPN Plus. Steve Butler and Steve Rolls. How many are tuned into that?
I don't think too many people are, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. We had our chance. You guys had your chance. Okay? It didn't work. Everyone's stealing shit, and they're not even subscribing. You can't tell me that there are less than 300,000 diehard fight fans in the American market any longer. Think about what a small number that is, guys.
That's nothing, guys. Nothing. That's not good, man.
Oh, Steve Rolls got the KTFO in one.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Thanks for the update, Bruce. Appreciate that, man. Your man has had a busy night tonight, man.
I was watching because I love Camilo Stefan. Great guy. Eye of the Tiger Promotions in Canada. Love those guys. They do great work. but I could not stomach the entire heavyweight female boxing match, and I had to turn it off. Like, honestly, in the immortal words of my hero, what's his name, Charles Bronson, I thought I was in Amsterdam with all the dykes.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, boy. So, guys, after we touch on this next topic, we'll open up the phone lines, man, if anybody wants to comment on any of these things or ask us a question about anything. Oh, my goodness gracious, Joe.
Like, seriously, did you see the cankles on Vidal? Holy shnikes.
Oh, man. So let's get into the we couldn't watch it either.
Now,
Oh,
look, in music, guys, that's what, when we were playing a gig, excuse me, that's what we used to always call the t-shirt band. And the reason why we would call it that, yeah, nothing special. They're not bad, but they're not good either. That's when you get up, stand in line, and purchase a t-shirt for the main event, for the headliner. So that was a t-shirt, or dare I say bathroom fight. Right?
Man, yep. Go get your hot dog, get your beer, whatever it is you want to have before the main event. Yeah. So speaking of the main event, we are here now at the main event of the night. Okay. Reports have been out there all the last 2-3 weeks now about Canelo leaving PBC, back at the DAZN negotiating table. Then he goes back to the PBC, and Al Heyman's back in the mix. And now it looks like Jermall Charlo has been dropped from the deal. It was reported that he was a part of the original 3-fight deal that Canelo had with PBC. Not the case anymore. Coppinger, I just read something he said, and I believe Dan Rayfield said the same thing, that they revised the contract. So this is just a 1-fight deal, apparently, with PBC. To do a cross promotion with DAZN and Jaime Munguia for May 4th. Now, some of you guys might not like the opponent, right? It's not the opponent that I wanted. You guys know I've been asking for that Benavidez fight.
Hey, who do you have to thank for that? G.
Right. We already talked about that earlier, but yeah, you're right on that. But look, Munguia beat John Ryder in his last fight, a common opponent with Canelo. Stopped him. First guy to stop him. That's going to be the selling point here, guys. He stopped a guy that Canelo couldn't stop. Does Canelo still have it? Canelo finally getting in there with a Mexican rival when he said a few years back that he would never fight another Mexicano.
Yep.
So we got that now. And look, Munguia, like it or not, guys, Munguia draws a crowd, man.
He does.
Did you guys see that crowd he drew in Phoenix for that fight against John Ryder? That was a great crowd there, guys.
More than Benavidez.
Fantastic, man. So you got to understand, right, from the business side of things, this is going to be a big successful event.
No. Hey, man, the Twitterverse, the Twitter experts, the ones who, like, look, I put this. I said, look, if any fighter wants to, and I stated this back in February, look, if any fighter wants a fight with Canelo, he'd better ask nicely. If you talk shit through media outlets like Andrade and Benavidez, you're going to get the Shannon Briggs treatment. And he's going to tell you to, what? What is he going to tell you, G? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh, excuse me. I had to cough, guys. I'm still fighting.
No, I'm sorry. He's going to tell you that right to your face. And so, well, the reaction was, so you have to ask nicely to get a Canelo? Get the F out of here. This is boxing. No, guys, this is a business. This is a business. Now, all the false bravado, all the bad blood, that's for the sake of the fans and the media who are covering these fights. But for all intents and purposes, guys, they are business partners. So anyone who laughed at that, how's that looking right now?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Munguia, not a big trash talker or anything like that.
No.
But look, he showed some improvement, man. I was impressed with the way that he fought against John Ryder and
I was too.
got the stoppage. And business wise, this is going to do good numbers for boxing. We know this, man. This is going to be a big show.
Look,
and
dare
look,
I say,
go ahead.
dare I say, it is going to dwarf Haney versus Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
this is going to produce, if not 1 million, close to 1 million for this event, because it's gonna galvanize and attract the big Hispanic population in America. And I'm sorry, who are single-handedly supporting boxing right now in America?
Yeah, the Mexican fans.
That's it. So thank you, Jermell Charlo. Thank you. Because this is a direct result of Jermell Charlo stinking out the joint, getting on his bicycle, and beating his chest after, well, at least I didn't get knocked out. Well, yeah. You didn't. Congratulations. What do you want, a cookie?
That was the worst thing he could have done. Like, yeah, you guys paid thousands of dollars to come here and see it live in person, and all of you that paid $80. I didn't get knocked out like the other guy. Oh man, yeah. I almost felt like I got punched in the gut when I heard him say that. Like, you motherfucker. That's the first thing that I thought in my head. But anyways, yeah, I think this is going to do great numbers too, Joe. I agree. Will it be competitive? That's a different question. Now, we both mentioned how Munguia looked good against John Ryder. Will he look that good against Canelo? I don't know. I don't know.
That makes me laugh.
No, hey, look, Rhoda went to a catch a draft.
Look. Woo! So look, guys, he's going to make it competitive for at least 4 or 5 rounds. But he is going to get pieced up as long as he continues to let his hands go. But he's a warrior. This is a guy with a great chin. And he doesn't know how to box from mid to long range, although he did a very good impression of it against what's his name? John Ryder, the gorilla. Yeah. But look, the thing that tells me it's going to be a great fight is because Canelo, he likes to fight in spurts. He cannot fight for all 3 minutes of every round. Something tells me that his team is already looking at this. And as soon as Canelo takes a break, they're going to come forward and let their hands go. That would be my look. If Canelo, if Liam Smith, if he can go 7 or 8 rounds with Canelo, yeah, expect Jaime to do at least the same. I think it's going to be a great all-action fight, and I think fans will get their money's worth. That's all I care about.
Yep.
Do I see Jaime Munguia pulling off the upset? Hell no. But it's going to be a great fight. Great fight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be entertaining too. Good style matchup. You described it perfectly, Joe. Munguia he doesn't know any other way to fight. He's all offense, So his best chance is to try to overwhelm and outwork. See if Canelo, is indeed slowing down. Because look, I'll tell you this, and look, I was one of the guys that came here and said this after the Ryder fight that, Canelo looked like he might be slipping a little bit, might be showing, that not so much tread on those tires anymore. He's had a long career, and then he gets in there with Charlo, and Charlo gives him absolutely zero to work with for 12 rounds. So we didn't really learn much about Canelo. Is he the same guy anymore?
Canelo didn't learn much about Canelo that night. Yep. Well, look. What we can say is this also, getting more specific, specifically in the X's and O's of things. What is the best thing you can do against a fighter blessed with the reflexes of, say, Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson? What is the best thing you can do, G Funky?
Excuse me, Joe.
That too. But you have to cut off that reaction time, guys. So expect Jaime Munguia not to try and box a gentleman blessed with the best reflexes in boxing from mid to long range. Expect him to shorten that distance. expect him, because guess what, guys? That's the success that John Ryder had.
Getting on the
Closing
inside.
that distance, getting on the inside, getting his pound of flesh that way. And guess what? When you don't take Canelo's shots from mid-range, they're not as stout. It takes some of it off of it. So expect Jaime Munguia to be right in his chest from start to finish.
Yeah, and excuse me, guys. Like I said, I'm still battling a cold, so this damn cough, it just won't go away. Let's see here. Are you kidding me? 36 is the new 18, and this generation doesn't listen. I mean, look, he's not old as far as like his age goes, right? Canelo's what, 33? That's younger than me. You know, I'm gonna be 40 years old, guys. But look, he's been fighting since he was a teenager, man.
Yep.
And he's had over 60 professional fights. We're not talking the many, many rounds of sparring, the many, many miles running for training for these fights. Guys, we're not Terminators. We're not made of steel on the inside, you know. He's getting to that point, man. I think that's what I think. We'll see, though. We'll find out. May 4th,
he's going to be tested, and I can't wait. It's going to be a great fight, guys. And anyone who thinks that Jaime Munguia doesn't have a prayer, well, this is a prize fight. This is a prize fight, guys. It's the theater of the unexpected. Anything can and often does happen in the ring.
Indeed. Want to say salute to our buddy.
It's gonna be all action. Yes.
Yeah, want to say salute to our brother Khalid in the chat, and he says, will this be an entertaining bout, and is it a PBC fight? We're going to talk about that right now. Fo Tex is here. He says, rest in peace to the creator of Dragon Ball. That's a little how should I say this? After my time, I guess.
Well, my son in Roshi, okay, the band Roshi, named after Master Roshi, obviously of Dragon Ball Z. They're going to be very sad to hear that. Rest in peace, indeed.
Yeah. That's for more like my younger cousins that are about 10 to 15 years younger than me. But hey, you know, if you're a fan of that, hey, by all means, man, no sweat. But what we're hearing now is that Canelo versus Munguia May 4th is going to be, guys, a cross promotion event, and it will be broadcasted on PBC on Prime and DAZN pay-per-view, guys.
Well, look, I don't see why they would be doing that, and that's something that I have to call and find out. Because why would they? Are they paying Jaime Munguia's purse? DAZN?
That's a good
Are
question.
they? Because why would they if they're not paying the licensing fee for this event?
Yep.
Why would they? Because you hold the rights to distribute that event in your market when you pay the steep licensing fee. And coincidentally, the licensing fee is customarily, almost always, the amount or the cost of the main event, the fighters' purses. So why would they? Why would they be able to distribute this fight in the American market as well? I need to call around and find that out, because that doesn't make any sense to me. Unless they are indeed paying for Jaime Munguia's purse, which very well may be the case.
Could be the case, very well, man. And like, I want to read a few comments here before I give my thoughts on that. Juice says, I think Canelo Munguia pay-per-view will underperform. PBC reportedly lost money on Canelo Jermel doing around 700 pay-per-views, 1,000 pay-per-views. I don't see Canelo Munguia doing more, and they're supposedly paying more than 35.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I heard it's they're giving him that guaranteed of 35 million. I haven't heard that it's more, but I disagree. I think it's going to do more than 700.
It's going to do much more. It's going to be rivaling. It's going to be very close to 1 million. Keep in mind, guys, this is going to galvanize, and it's going to attract the entire Mexican fan base, including the ones who hate Canelo.
Yep.
And there are a lot of them, guys. There are a lot of Mexicanos, including my brother Brandon Walker of 210 Boxing, who can't stand Canelo and are hoping that Jaime Munguia eats his Wheaties before May 4th. But hey, there's my brother, Big JR Bell from the Boxing Source.
Yes, there he is. How
Guys,
you doing, bro?
in Mexico, make no mistake about it, because it's such a big sport still. It's not a niche commodity in Mexico.
No, it's a
So
huge
they
sport,
get
bro.
enough sponsorship where it's going to be free on
Yep.
ESPN Knockouts.
Yep. Kudos to
Do you
them,
see
man.
how that works, guys?
Yep.
Do you
Yep.
see how that works?
Kudos to them, man. And not to mention, this is going to be the first time in a long time that we've seen a good Mexican rivalry, man. That's going to be on pay-per-view. I can't remember the last time a pay-per-view fight had two
Let me
fighters.
ask you something. I do, and I'll tell you. How well in the American market, and keep in mind, this was in a healthier pay-per-view market and on HBO. But how well did Canelo versus Mijo Jr. do?
That did pretty well, didn't it? I can't remember the exact numbers, but
It did over
well.
a million. Did over
Yeah.
a million.
Yep.
So
And
guys, expect
that was
this
Chavez
to be the
Jr..
same. That was Mijo Jr., a
Yeah.
no-hoper. So expect this one to do just as well, if not better.
Yeah. Photexer says if Canelo can't knock out Munguia, then it's time to question if Father Time has set in. Munguia is tailor-made for Canelo's style. Those are very good points. And yeah,
Let me ask you
Munguia is
something.
going to test him. Munguia is going to test him. Really.
Has Munguia ever even hit the canvas, guys? Question.
No, not that I
No,
remember.
then why would you think that it's all for the taking? Why would you think he's ripe for the pickings, Jess? Why would you think so? Why would anyone think so? Because it's a style that's tailor-made. Brother, don't discount the chin and the intestinal fortitude of Jaime Munguia. Don't do it.
And I'll answer this question here, Juice, and you can answer this as well, Joe, because we both live in heavily populated Mexican states.
Yep.
Juice says the majority of Mexican fans get to see Canelo on free TV Azteca. I don't know how they'll reach 1 million pay-per-views, let alone 700K. Canelo did with Jermel. Well, I'll say this. There's a lot of Mexicans from Mexico here in California where I live. Joe, how about yourself over there in South Texas and down in San Antonio?
Sí, señor. Guys. This may be even bigger, right? Because like I said, there are a lot of Mexicanos, a lot of Mexican fight fans that cannot stand the Cinnamon Boy. And they do not herald him the way they used to Chavez Sr., Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales. They think Salvador Sanchez, they think that is sacrilege to consider Canelo among that lineage. Like, and here's why. Here's why, guys. And they have very good reason to feel that way.
Yeah.
Could you ever fathom Chavez Sr. throwing his title in the trash to avoid a guy like Gennady Golovkin?
No.
That is unfathomable. No Mexican warrior avoids anyone. He jumps right into the lion's den. They hate Canelo. Now, I wouldn't say even 50%, but there's a large percentage of Mexican fans who do not like the Cinnamon Boy for that reason.
Yep. And
they want to see him get his ass smoked like a cheap cigar.
And Canelo's fans, his diehard fans, they buy anything. They don't care who he's fighting. Look,
yes, sir.
Bought John Ryder last year in May. A lot of people didn't even know who the hell that was in the United States, but it still did 400K in the States. Now I know it did more globally, but that's a lot for an unknown guy from Europe. Now he's going to be fighting a guy who's got a big following in the South, not just in Tijuana where he's from, but in the southwestern states here in the United States. Jaime Munguia, guys, he packs places over I think it's the Honda Center down in Anaheim. Packs that place. He sold out venues in Texas, and he had a huge show in his last fight in Arizona. He can sell tickets, guys.
Yep. Look, guys, he's a big star in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't realize that. He is a big star in Mexico, and every everyone who hates Canelo, yes, he fought him 3 times after the fact that he dumped his title in the trash. That's indisputable. You cannot dispute that. And now JR brings up a very good point, and it's kind of that same reasoning.
Yeah.
Juan Manuel Marquez, he wasn't he's what James Gogi used to call a cutie pie. Someone who just boxed from mid to long range, didn't want to mix it up. And that's why Mexican fight fans kept him at arm's length for such a long time, did not regard him as Eric Morales or Marco Antonio Barrera. It wasn't until he gave Manny Pacquiao all he could handle in those 4 fights.
Yep. Then he finally got
that they
respect.
embraced him as a big star. Yeah.
Yep. Then he finally got his respect down in Mexico. Juice here says, I'll believe it when I see it. I have high doubts how well the pay-per-view will do. Yeah, look, we'll see, man. We'll see. We're just saying from what we know from the inside and what we see, Munguia drawing, not just in one venue, in multiple venues in multiple states. He's a draw, man. He's got a following. And look, he's going to be fighting Canelo. You better believe they're going to buy that pay-per-view.
Yep.
And I want to say this. I want to mention this, guys. And you know what? I'm going to open up this. Let's open up the phone lines here. I'm going to.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Because I would say, Demetrio, first of all, brother, you would like to think so, that the anti-Mexican Canelo hatred died out of. No, it didn't. It's alive and well, brother. There are so many guys, so many Mexicanos who want to see Canelo get his ass smoked. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
And will that play a part in Jaime Munguia, them getting behind him? Yes. It will do over 1 million purchases, guys. I can guarantee it.
They're gonna make money on this event. That's for sure. They're not gonna lose.
Keep in mind, guys, this is distributed now by Amazon, not DAZN.
Yeah, and they have a much more reach in the U.S. market than DAZN, unfortunately.
This is going to do over 1 million, guys.
And I want to say this: the fact that you brought that up, I'm glad that you did that, because there was a notion going around amongst the boxing fans that, opponents don't have any leverage against Canelo. Now, this is an example of, opponents do have some leverage, because this is going to be on PBC, on Prime, and also on DAZN, guys. If Jaime Munguia didn't have any leverage going into negotiations, this thing would not be on DAZN. I'll tell you that. It wouldn't be broadcasting it. But it's because they understand what they have in Jaime Munguia. He is a draw, guys, whether you like it or not. Now, I know the boxing purists out there, like, well, he's fought no one. He's beaten nobody, right? Hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion on Jaime Munguia and what he's done in his career.
What difference does that make when determining a level of attraction?
That doesn't make any difference at all.
Doesn't make any fucking difference at all.
None. That's what you guys got to understand. You got to separate that, guys. He's got fans. For whatever the reason may be, he's got fans. If it's his fan-friendly style or whatnot, whatever it is, fans come out to see him. They pay money to see him in person, and we're going to find out if they're going to pay to see him on pay-per-view May 4th against Canelo Alvarez. And again, that's leverage, guys. They know that this fight is going to do good numbers. They know they're going to make money. So that's why they were able to get Jaime Munguia's side involved in the broadcasting rights here, guys. And the same thing applies to David Benavidez if he was to fight Benavidez next. That's going to be a dual pay-per-view, I believe, as well, man.
Yeah, JR brings up another very good point. He says Munguia's previous series of fights have been in Mexico, Texas, California, Vegas, the Southwest U.S. He has a big following there.
Big following.
Let me ask you something. How many states are more populated than California and Texas, Chief Funky?
Not many, if any at all.
Can you think of one?
No.
No, dude. No. Guys, no. Come on. Guys, this is a big hit. This is why PBC and this is why Eddie Hearn is kicking himself in the ass right now for pissing off Eddie Reynoso. Well, with all due respect, Eddie, with all due respect, you're merely a trader.
Oh, dear.
Hey, Eddie, you gonna take that from this guy? Hey, Here's to you. Here's a couple $100 for and what did Canelo do? What did Canelo do?
Canelo told him this.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
And there it is. And there it is. There it is. You snooze, you lose, brother.
Eddie. When you gonna learn, man?
Still learning the American market. Shame on you, Eddie.
Yep. But look, I like Eddie. I know
so
people think I hate him.
Wait a minute. I look, honestly, Eddie is the best promoter alive right now. He's the best mouthpiece for boxing.
Yep.
He is the best for his fighters. He is an excellent promoter, but he just doesn't understand the market just yet. And wait a minute. What happened to that relationship between Canelo, Eddie, and what happened to that?
That's a good question, man. Look, guys, in this business, I'm going to quote Joe when he says this. You get into this business for two reasons: to make money, and the second reason to make more money. Okay?
You mean it's not to make friends?
No. So at the end of the day, guys, and this is an old term that all of you should know: money talks and bullshit walks.
That's it, guys. That's it.
That's it. That's it, man. That's the end of the fucking story right there, man. And look, Hearn, he's got I mean, look, really, who's over there, right? Besides Munguia, we have Berlanga, right? Now it was reported as well last week that Berlanga could be the guy who gets the fight next. That was something that I reported last June. I heard behind the scenes, and people got upset. Oh, how dare you? How dare you say Canelo would fight? He would never fight Berlanga. Again, guys, money talks and bullshit walks, okay? If he feels that they can make that a big fight, that's what's going to happen, right? And Munguia is a guy who just had a career-defining win, right? His last fight. Before that, we could say, but look, it is what it is, man. It's time to get him in there. Time to see what he's made out of. We know he can draw. Yep. We know he's going to bring business to the table. So roll the bones, baby. Let's do it.
That's it. That's it. I tell you what, the last thing I'm going to say about this pay-per-view thing, because it sounds like you guys seemingly have your mind made up that it's not going to draw. It almost sounds like you're kind of hoping. But I will say this. If it were distributed on DAZN exclusively, I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not. Wait till you see the promotion and the marketing from Amazon Prime. Wait till you see it.
It's going to be good, guys. It's going to be good. Who the hell needs Saudi Arabia? All right. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'm not going to be.
Oh, speaking of which, are we going to go an entire episode without talking about the knockout chaos? That's going to happen tomorrow with the card starting at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Guys,
are we having a fight party tomorrow during the day while we're all at work?
I'm going to be drinking my cafecito at the time that this pay-per-view starts here on the West Coast, guys.
And we're going to be making calls soliciting business. That's what we're going to be doing.
Yes, sir, man. So, yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm only interested really in Ray Vargas, Nick Ball, and the Big Bang, Zhang versus Joseph Parker. The AJ and Ngannou fight, I mean, I could go without it, but I'm gonna watch it, So yeah, gonna be a crazy day for me tomorrow, guys. That's for sure.
So look, guys, if you're wondering what time the main event is gonna start, it's gonna start at about 4:30 p.m. Eastern. That's what time in your neck of the woods, G Funky?
That's 1:30.
Ouch! Oh!
I hope you guys, if you're on the West Coast, I hope you guys called in, put in that request for a day off. All right. Let's see here. Outlaw says it's crazy how Canelo preaches loyalty, but bounces between promoters like a stripper on the lap dance. Money talk. Woo, man. What a fucking comment
that is one ugly stripper. That's what I've got to say. Holy shit.
My man
I feel like I'm in Amsterdam.
My man Demetrio says, I just don't think it will hit 1 million because Canelo is not who he was. I think Canelo is why it won't draw, and because it's not Benavidez. but I'm rooting for boxing. That's good, man.
Good
That's
man.
good.
Good man. Good
I know
man.
you're gonna buy it. I seen earlier you said you're still gonna purchase it.
Juice
Right on.
supports all the events. He's a great fan.
Yes, sir. I saw Canelo Charlo at a movie theater for $25. I'll probably see Canelo Munguia at the bar for free. It won't do 1 million for sure. I mean, it might not, but I know this. It's gonna make money, despite Canelo's huge guaranteed purse. I think it's gonna make money. Everyone involved is gonna walk away with some dough. That's what I think.
Look, the telltale sign will be in the weeks leading up, especially fight week, when you hear a shit ton of mainstream sports fans, or not even sports fans, talking about Canelo Munguia. Yeah, it's when it's got that buzz leading into the fight, the week of the fight. Yeah, it's going to do over 1 million. And once again, guys, if it were on DAZN, I would agree with that it does considerably less than 1 million. On DAZN, it probably does about 500,000, maybe 600,000 tops. But on Amazon Prime, you're going to see how far that outreach stretches.
Yep, more than Showtime when Canelo's last fight was on Showtime. There's what?
And that did what? For Charlo, 700,000 purchases?
Yeah. Yep.
So you mean to tell me this one does less than 1 million? How many were excited to see the Charlo fight?
Yeah.
I rest my case. That's it. Yeah.
Let's see. Dimitro has a question here. He says, do you guys have any intel as to why Zoo versus Keefe is getting no promo? Well, I've seen them on a few places recently. I think it was Sean Porter's podcast.
Well, I will say this. Ask us, bring this question up in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Bring this question up in a week and a half, guys, because I promise you this. Amazon Prime, as well as PBC, will try to make this a stark success. Once again, when you're trying to whet the palate of a new restaurateur, yeah, you want everyone's first impression to be a great one. They're all in. PBC, this is all they have.
Yeah,
okay?
And I think they're getting a lot of Australian money too with Tim Zoo's.
That's the only reason why it was chosen to lead off, or yeah, it's because of they're paying pretty much for Tim Zoo's involvement.
Mm-hmm.
No Limits is doing a great job down there in Australia.
Fantastic. He's a big draw over there, and that guys, it's gonna be all right, man. Rolly's on the undercard. Isak Cruz. This is what you guys like, stacked undercards, man. So there should really be no reason to complain. Let's see here. The box store says it'll generate money. Like I said, Munguia has enough of a following for this to generate good interest. I agree. I agree with you, man.
That's it.
Then he goes on to say Amazon Prime has way more subscribers than Showtime. Their market Prime will be exposed to a lot of content leading into Canelo Munguia. You're damn right. Damn right it will. Yep. Don't underestimate that power, guys. They have what? Over 100 million subscribers in the U.S. market.
Yes, sir.
Amazon Prime.
Over 120. No. About 116? 116 million?
That's a lot.
No, more than that. More than that. Holy shit.
That's
guys.
More than,
it's like half the U.S. population at this time.
Yeah, and it was what? Paramount has what? 70 million subscribers.
70 million.
Paramount Plus. Yeah, dude, that's like almost double. We're talking, So yeah, the reach is going to get out there, man. There's going to be more people that are going to at least see some sort of advertisement for this fight than any other event. That's for sure, man. And again, Munguia, I think you guys are underestimating Munguia a little bit, man, and his drawing power, man. Just go back and watch some of his fights. Look at that crowd he draws, man. He attracts a good crowd, man. And again, it's not just one place.
G Funky, in the final 5 minutes of this program, can we please talk about chaos? Knockout chaos, please.
Sure thing, man. And Dimitro has a question here, and he says, "Anyone else worried about AJ getting caught?"
I can think of two people, or
I'm
three
worried.
people. I can think of three people who are worried about AJ getting caught. One, Anthony Joshua. Two, Eddie Hearn. And three, Ben Davison. So do you think he's going to fight him in the pocket like everyone thinks he's going to? Oh, he's just coming in a straight line.
No.
Honestly, he would be imbecilic. He would be a complete ultra maroon if he were to fight him head on. That would be very sporting of him, giving him the only opportunity he has to win the fight. I'll say that. But guys, don't expect him to do that. Expect him to use the entire ring and try to walk Francis Ngannou into something heavy.
Yep.
And if he can't hurt him within the first 2 rounds, expect him to shift to plan B, which is get on your bicycle and ride, in the immortal words of Freddie Mercury.
Fat bottom girls, you
That's
make
it.
the rockin'
That's
world
it.
go
And
round.
guys, if you think that my brother Dewey Cooper hasn't been working on cutting off the ring, closing the distance effectively, and working behind a high guard and moving your damn head, then you're sadly mistaken. Guys, Dewey Cooper's a guy, and the reason why most people were a bit surprised that he actually had some skill, he's been with him for over 4 years.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
That's why he was starching everyone in UFC at stand-up. Guess what? This kid can fight. Now, is he Joe Louis? No.
No.
Is he Larry Holmes? No. Is he even at the level of Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury? No. But there's boxing, and then there's heavyweight boxing. Guys, all you need to go far in this business, and this is the words of the great Don Chargan, all you need is a good chin, heavy hands, and a decent jab, and you can win the championship.
Hey, and he's got that. I mean, look, Fury hit this guy with an elbow in their fight, and this guy didn't even blink.
Didn't even phase the giant.
Didn't even blink, guys. I mean, and I said this on your show, Joe. That guy looks like he's made out of fucking rock. Like his he looks like someone picked up a boulder and chiseled this guy. Like he's got a fucking chin. So if Joshua lays something on him and he can't hurt him, man, yeah, I think we're gonna see that the same kind of Joshua that we've seen against Andrew Ruiz in the rematch. So the fight doctor here goes. I agree. Fight doctor says, I saw the weigh-in and it looked to me like AJ had a knot on his forehead. Dude looked like he had already got beaten up in sparring.
You know what, brother? That very well may be the case. But look, guys, don't expect it to be rock'em sock'em robots. Don't expect it. And if you think Anthony Joshua is going to be the aggressor in this fight and is going to stand his ground, shit. You think Ben Davison, the guy who professes distance, has been working on that in his entire camp? No.
Not a chance. Not a chance, guys. That he
not a chance, guys.
Ngannou his best chance to possibly win this fight. Dimitri here says, I read Ball is live against Vargas. He ain't made 126 in 2 years. My thoughts. Look, that's true. His last fight was against Shockey Foster at 130. And that was a snooze fest of a fight. Wasn't very entertaining. Joe, you were at that fight, weren't you? How many people were there at the Alamo Dome? The Alamo Dome.
the Alamo Dome. Look, put it this way. I could have clapped my hands, and I did. And they heard me all the way in the other end.
Oh, man. There was nobody there, guys, to see that fight, unfortunately.
Guys, there was more. There were more in attendance at my club show. Thank you very much.
And they draw a nice crowd, guys, those club shows down there in San Antonio.
So let's take a look at the sexy bet. You want to? Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Oh, boom, boom.
But wait, let me answer Dimitrio's question first. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I understand that Vargas is moving back down, but I think it's a good move for him. I don't think 130 was the right move at that time. Maybe a couple more years, his body will fill in to super featherweight. But look, he is a tough style matchup for just about anyone, man. He's long, he's tall, works behind a good jab. He can move. He's awkward at times. He's a tough out, man. And look, if if those odds are, I'm gonna have to look at those odds, man. Might have to drop a little something on Vargas. Says that Outlaw here is saying Ball is minus 200. Holy sheep shit,
Dude, I'm going Ray Vargas all day long. Then
yeah.
Look.
Shout
What
out
is
to
he?
Kamikaze.
What is Nick Ball 5-0?
Right.
What? How tall was he? 5'2"?
I think he's as tall as my wife.
Dude, hey man, I'm dropping some Vargas cash all day long. What are you guys talking about?
That sounds like a lock to me, man. Minus
Holy
200.
shit. Yeah, look, Nick Ball, his only chance is if Ray Vargas has a mental lapse and decides, and he does this maybe once or twice every fight, where you think he could be skating to an easy victory because of his tall, rangy jab and just his boxing ability, his skill set from mid to long range. But sometimes he's Puro Mexicano, brother. He likes to let his balls hang in the center of the ring. Yeah. And he thinks he likes to prove his machismo. No, Ray, just don't do it. Don't do it. Because if he doesn't, and it fights a disciplined fight, this is a clean sweep, guys. Clean sweep.
Yeah, and he's got the tools. He's got the style to win this thing and win it convincingly, guys. But look, Nick Ball, he's going to come, and this is his first shot at a world title. So, yeah, he's going to come, and I think he's going to let it all hang out, man. But like I said, Vargas is a tough code to crack, man, because he knows how to use that jab, and it's quick, it's stiff. He can move around the ring. It's not gonna be easy for him, man. I'm really shocked at those odds, man. Minus 200. Where are you getting that from, Outlaw?
It's only because of how Nick Ball has looked in his last several fights. But look, guys, and it's obviously the fans moving the money, because I guarantee you, no handicapper on this earth set the odds that way initially.
Right.
Because I will say this, and going back to the main event, guys, I suggest everyone going for a knockout victory for Francis Ngannou, straddled by a decision from Anthony Joshua, and you'll make money, I promise. Anthony Joshua will not knock this cat out.
I agree.
If it doesn't happen within 3 rounds, it won't happen. Trust me on that.
Yep. He can't risk it, man. That's one thing you also got to keep in mind with these cross sport events, whatever you want to call them. Neither guy who is this is a boxing event. So AJ is the boxer, right? Mm-hmm. He's not going to risk losing to a guy in his second professional fight from the MMA world. If he tries to test his chin early and Ngannou can take his best Sunday punch and keep coming, you can bet your ass.
Plan B.
He's going to stay on the outside for the rest of the fight, guys.
Yep.
Like Fight Doctor says. Hold on, let me go back up and get it. Sorry, it moved on me. Where is he? Come on, God damn it. Where is it? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Looks like, there we go. Here it is. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Joshua will
very
be smart
good fight,
to
doctor.
box. Yes,
sir.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Indeed, man. Let's see here. Juice says, I'm rooting for Nick Ball so we can get him and Raymond Ford in a unification fight on the Matchroom Queensberry 5 versus 5 card in June.
Gosh, that would be a great fight.
Well, Raymond Ford, I believe you say he's moving up, right? So that means that Nick Ball, is he going to do the same if he wins this WBC belt?
Boo.
We'll see. But look,
boo.
hey, good fight. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Dimitri. I don't know if this means you're taking off or whatnot, but thanks for stopping by. Like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, though. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button, man. We're going to stay on for a few more minutes. You guys know I like to keep these shows around an hour. But we can go a little bit further, man. It's no sweat tonight, man. I'm kicking it.
Oh, yeah. That's the spirit. We haven't even talked about, what was he calling him? Willie Zhang.
Oh, Teddy the Big Atlas. Bang. Yeah.
Teddy Atlas was calling Zhang Gillet was calling him Willie Zhang. Sounds
nice.
like the new Japanese player from the Dodgers.
From the tri-state From the tri-state area.
From the tri-state area, Willie Zhang.
But look, I think that's the best fight of the night. Zhang versus Parker, man.
Well,
Good
we'll
matchup.
see. It may or it may not be. We'll see.
Yeah,
Who
no
knows?
guarantee.
Who knows? Joseph Parker might just very well leave his balls in his wife's purse and just try to survive. Would you? I wouldn't blame him. Let's just hope he shows up to fight. But against that, in the immortal words of James Gogi, would you try and bang with that big Chinaman?
No, I would not. He is a big motherfucker, guys. I think what he weigh in with 290 something for this fight. That's a big motherfucker, guys.
Guys, look, I'll give you a precursor, and I think Demetrio has the beat. Guys, look, the writing's on the wall. All you have to do is just watch tape. Zhang Zhale. He runs out of gas after the 5th, 6th round. Don't expect Parker to even try to lay a glove on him until the back half of the fight. That's it. So, guys, so everyone who thinks that this is, a barn burner, is going to be the greatest fight. No. Guys come to win. They don't come to play rock'em sock'em robots with their head. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about that, G.
No. Parker, that's Parker's style, guys. A few years back, I called him the Keith Thurman of the heavyweight division because Parker has got this thing, and Keith Thurman does the same thing, where if they feel like they've won 7 rounds of the fight and they don't think they can knock their opponent out, cruise control, rest of the fight.
Well, wait a minute. I thought you meant he's the Keith Thurman of the heavyweight division because they look tremendous against C-level opposition. And they are completely absent and checked out against B and A level opposition.
Yeah. Look, here's a funny thing I find with a lot. I see none of you guys here in the chat. You guys are good. It's the moron fans out there that, hate Deontay Wilder, right? And I know that a lot of people say, well, don't you hate him? I said, no, I don't hate Wilder. I just hate the fact that he came up with all those claims against Fury.
I hate his mouth.
With no proof, right? But a lot of these guys who went around for years saying that Wilder had an inflated record and that all they do is bums, blah, blah,
now
blah.
They're heralding that victory as the greatest thing ever.
Yes, the Parker victory, that is. They're saying that, oh, man, Parker. That Parker is the greatest thing since sliced bread now, all of a sudden. And he outboxed Deontay Wilder in his last fight. If you want to put stock into something like that, hey, go right ahead. But look, we're talking about a guy in Zhang who just stopped. Not once, but twice. A guy who looked like he was indestructible in Joe Joyce, the Juggernaut. And then the second time laid him out face first on the canvas with a right hook. He's a big, crafty
that was
southpaw.
gorgeous. Yeah, and he is smart, skilled, former Olympian. Skills were on display in his last 2 fights. Ooh, he very well may be. And, well, it'll come out in time, guys. This is one thing I love about boxing. If the fights are made, the truth always reveals itself in time. Indeed. And pull up Demetrio's last comment. This is something that you guys have to know about the business of boxing, right? He said, Parker, in my opinion, is the house fighter. Just feels like he's going to sneak out the joint for a 7-5 victory.
That's what he's going to try to do. Yeah.
This is the magic of promotions. Keep that up, please.
Sure.
Very good. Thank you. Look, this is the reason why this fight was made. Make no mistake about it, guys. As long as Frank Warren has options on Zhang Zhale's next several fights, both fighters are the house fighter. In other words, Frank Warren is going to win no matter who wins.
Regardless.
So, hey, that's why this fight was made. Hey, may the best man win. Frank Warren, he doesn't give a shit. He's going to be sitting there with the bug eyes and smiling from ear to ear, whomever wins. And if it's an exciting fight and one guy wins by knockout, then hey, that's it. But guys, I hope you learned something about the business. Promoters do not like to take risks.
Yes, not unnecessary ones. They have to make sense, man.
Like, did you ever wonder why Don King, like, no matter who won, he was always there in the winner's corner, waving the flags and used to make fans sick? Well, wait a minute. He came in with the champ. Now he's with that guy. What the hell's going on? Well, that's why. When you want a fight with his fighter, well, you better give him options on your next 4 or 5 fights, or else it's not happening. So that's exactly what the Lane brothers did. They gave him options on his next several fights.
Yep. Shout out to Puro, man. Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate you. And yeah, everything you're saying is right on the money, man. That's the way this thing works, man. So yeah, they're not going to take a risk unless it makes sense, guys. Everything's got to make sense. Everybody's going to have to make some dough at the end of the day. And look, man, as good as Parker looked, and that's a nice stairway to heaven there in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just doing some ambient music while you talk.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. I love Led Zeppelin, man. My favorite rock band of all time.
So I'll make it softer so I don't use a pick, as you were, sir.
It's all good, man. But yeah, Zhang is coming off a lot of momentum. Parker is coming off momentum too. But again, that Deontay Wilder, man, he didn't do shit, man. You know, it's almost like a repeat version of what we saw with Canelo and Jermell Charlo, you know? So, and my man here, Boxing Magic, I think he's commenting on something that Andre Ward said about Canelo today. Did you happen to see that, Joe? Did you happen to see what he said? I can't remember everything that he said, but he was saying how Canelo has ducked guys and
oh my gosh.
I can't remember the rest of it.
Ward, just go sell your books, brother. Look, if your book sales aren't doing as well as you expected, well then yeah, I'd be mentioning Canelo too. So that's all that's about, guys. Don't put any credence into that.
Yeah, Juice here says one Zhang lays that haymaker left hand on Parker. Parker won't be the same boxer. He's going the distance. LOL. Hey, boy. If he could even take it, guys, because again, look, this guy is 291 pounds.
And his head weighs 50.
Right. And he knows how to punch, man. This guy is very skilled. This is not just because he's some big sloppy guy coming forward. No, Zhang is very good. He knows what he's doing in that ring, man. Great footwork.
He may be the most skilled heavyweight outside of Alexander Usyk in the world today.
Yep. Very well.
Shoot. George Washington Duke, a cheap imitation of Don King. Yes, sir. I love it.
Yep. Union Kane was the guy, and then he switched to Tommy Gunn. That's exactly right, man.
That's it, brother. That's it.
Oh, that's beautiful. And
but make no mistake, guys, the word comments, I didn't hear it. I'm assuming that it was just taken out of context, whatever. But if he's publicly stating this on his account, then that's because book sales aren't doing so well right now.
Very possible. Yep. Yeah, we did speak on that earlier, Kamikaze. He says, what did you guys think of the Canelo Munguia fight? We obviously wanted Benavidez, but way better choice than Jermall Charlo. Yeah, look, Charlo's a guy who's really his own worst enemy at this point, man. He had, you know, he had some things happen in his life and finally got back in the ring last November and had a decent showing against Benavidez Jr. So, yeah, putting him in with Canelo, especially after what his brother had did, that's a tough sell, man. That is even with Canelo and the fans that he brings, that is a tough sell to the boxing fans. So, unfortunately for Jermall, yep, he got the axe on the count of his brother.
Looks like that ship has done sailed away, even in the tri-state area.
The tri-state area. Thank you, Teddy.
Hey, don't mention it. Ever.
Oh,
look,
goodness.
guys. If this fight happens, it's going to happen in September. Look, man, one, I truly believe Canelo wants him to flop one more time on pay-per-view so he can have his way with him at the negotiating table. And two, can you imagine how weight drained he's going to make him? Like, you're going to see him, like, you know, the bullshit sanctions on Russia that U.S. is doing right now? You're going to see Canelo put the same amount of sanctions on Benavidez if he wants this fight. And in my opinion, it happens. It happens in September. And you're going to see you cannot rehydrate more than 10 pounds the day of the fight.
Ooh.
And yeah, he's going to come in looking like Skeletor.
That's going to be brutal. That's going to be brutal because we know Benavidez is a big guy, man. So he says, quick thoughts on Inoue versus Neri. That's a fight I've been wanting for.
Knockout.
Yeah, that's a fight I've been wanting for quite a long time, since 2019 when they were both at I forgot what weight it was at the time, but Neri messed up, missed weight.
Yeah.
Took a couple losses.
Well, look, and he also got popped for PEDs. Let's just be honest, guys. That's the reason why that fight didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But make no mistake about it, guys. Neri, well, you better be on that good, man. or else he's not going to be able to fight fire with fire. And does Neri know how to fight any other way?
No, he's going to bring it. It's going to be a good fight. He's going to bring it.
He better be on that good. If he's on that good, let me tell you, that's going to be one hell of a fight. And we're going to see Inoue's chin get tested. I love it. That's going to be great.
Good fight. Yes, indeed, man.
How many impressions do I have?
Too many, man. Too many, but they're all great.
Many, but thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, guys. Maybe next time somebody will give us a call and give us oh, we got one more comment here. Let's see. Outlaw says Jamal let Heyman give him the axe all the way back in 2019 when he blocked the Canelo fight from him. Ooh.
Well, look. If he's referring to the offer, right? That was a bullshit offer, guys. Look, he had just signed Canelo with DAZN. Okay? DAZN wanted their other fighter who they just signed and just went doing business with in Danny Jacobs. That was the fight that they wanted. But I know for a fact it was a bullshit offer. It wasn't serious because they wanted the Danny Jacobs fight, Canelo. But Danny Jacobs, understanding this, wanted an absurd amount of money. So they floated out bullshit offers from various fighters. Keep in mind, Jamal Charlo was campaigning at 54 at the time that they sent him that bullshit offer. I know. I heard about it when it happened. And Ronnie told me all about it. I wasn't there, but Ronnie told me all about it. He said, man, we made more money on that Hogan fight. That's a bullshit offer.
Man, lowballed him.
Yep. Well, it wasn't a serious offer. It wasn't the serious offer. That's it.
So, guys, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. And Kamikaze here says, much love from Cali to Cali and San Antonio from Austin, Texas. Oh, he's from Austin. Yeah, man. I like that.
On, brother.
Every time I hear Austin, Texas, I think of that guy at the beginning of that Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble concert. Live from the El Macambo. Boogie time tonight. Live from Austin, Texas. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble.
The sky is crying.
Joe, matter of fact, let's see here. What is Outlaw?
You want me to play some hold on.
Yeah,
what's this?
Let's see. It's a fact that JoJo, I heard Heyman say this personally in a cafe in Beverly Hills. Oh, I love that.
Well, look. No. My dear friend is Ronnie Shields. He told me when it happened. And he's one of the only gentlemen who has actually Al Heyman on speed dial.
So, Joe, do us a favor, man. Give us a little couldn't stand the weather on the way out.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, one of my very favorite guitarists of all time, man. Love that guy. Rest in peace, Stevie Ray Vaughan. We love you. We miss you every day, man. Joseph Heron, take us out.
How's it going? You sing it, G-Funky?
Oh, no.
You got it. Running through, it's a millions of life. And don't take it miss, and it's true. And it's long time ago. I don't remember the words.
Yeah.
All these years we have been stayed together. Couldn't stand the weather from the storm.
And guys, again, I'm battling the cold, man, so I don't want to start singing right now, man. I'm hacking into this mic. But I do love Stevie Ray, man. One of my all-time favorites, man.
Or how about this one? Here you go. No, it's...
Oh. The harmonics. Beautiful, man. Riviera Paradise. The cold time.
How about this one? This is my favorite. We'll close this out on this one, all right?
All right.
Sing it, brother.
Oh, man. All you want to do is use me. Beautiful, Bill Weathers. Love it.
Here it comes. I love Bill Weathers, brother.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace, Bill Weathers, man. Great singer, songwriter, musician.
God rest
Love
his
him.
soul.
Yes, indeed. For Joseph Heron from More Week Boxing, this is G Funky Boxing. Thank you all for joining us. Hit the like button on the way out, guys. We'll see you on the next one. We're out.
Blind melon chili.